In the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Fort Lee Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published on January 13th, 2023, and posted on the district website at www.flboe.com, published in the board's designated online media outlet, newspapers, the Record, and the Star Ledger, filed with the clerk of the Borough of Fort Lee, and mailed to all persons, if any, who have requested said notice. Please be advised that this meeting is being taped and may be broadcasted on local TV and online at a future date. The Open Public Meeting Act allows for remote participation at board meetings and defines meeting as any gathering, whether corporal or by means of communication equipment, which is attended by or open to all of the members of a public body, held with the intent on the part of the members of the body present to discuss or act as a unit upon the specific public business of that body. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cho? Ms. Murray? Here. Dr. Raffinopoulos? Mr. Knight?
Here.
Ms. Morel? Here. Mrs. Richter?
Here.
Mr. Rubino?
Here.
Ms. Sasu?
Here.
Ms. Colback?
Is that a yes? I think that was a yes.
I'm sorry. I have a cold, laryngitis, so I'll be squeaking.
Stop talking, please.
Yes.
Clear your mic or something like that.
Also in attendance are Dr. Robert Kravitz, Mrs. Diane Colago Baker, Mrs. Dina Azari, and Mr. Lester Taylor.
The board will be convening to executive session to discuss legal, personnel, and other confidential matters. The board will reconvene into public session at approximately 7:30 p.m. May I have a motion to go into executive session?
Motion.
Motion Morel, second Curry. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Fort Lee Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published on January 13th, 2023, and posted on the district website at www.flboe.com, published in the board's designated online media outlet newspaper, The Record, and the Star Ledger, filed with the clerk of the Borough of Fort Lee, and mailed to all persons, if any, who have requested said notice. Please be advised that this meeting is being taped and may be broadcasted on local TV and online at a future date. The Open Public Meetings Act allows for remote participation at board meetings and defines meeting as any gathering, whether corporal or by means of communication equipment, which is attended by or open to all of the members of a public body, held with the intent on the part of the members of the body present to discuss or act as a unit upon the specific business of that body. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cho? Absent. Mrs. Curry? Here. Dr. Raffinopoulos? Here. Mr. Knight?
Here.
Mrs. Morel? Ms. Morel?
Here.
Mrs. Richter?
Here.
Mr. Rubino? Mr. Rubino?
Here.
Mrs. Sasu?
Yes.
Ms. Sasu? Ms. Colback?
Here.
The board convened executive session at 6:30 p.m. today to discuss legal, personnel, and other confidential matters. Dr. Kravitz, will you begin by sharing the superintendent's report?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending in Zoom land and even in person. We have a special presentation, but first, of course, I'd like to start with our students from the high school who will introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about what's happening at the high school.
Hello, I am Hannah Chen, a sophomore at Fort Lee High School. The NDSLA Science Exam for juniors began today and will also be administered tomorrow. Once completed, we will have finished our NJSLA testing for the school year. We would like to thank all of our community partners for their participation last week in our career and trade schools fair, as well as our drunk driving reenactment. Senior prom was held last Thursday, May 18th at Seasons in the Township of Washington. We look forward to our academic and service award ceremony for the class of 2023, which is Tuesday, May 23 at the Fiesta in Woodbridge. Veronica Monk and Anne-Lisa Abduha were designated National Cyber Scholars and won $3,000 in scholarship money for the CyberStar American Cybersecurity Programming Competition.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Seo, and I'm a junior at the Fort Lee High School. Our post-organization students help support students with disabilities and sending teacher appreciation messages. On Sunday, May 21st, 3 Fort Lee High School coaches were inducted into a level of the Century Victory Club. Each coach achieved their milestone victory during the 2022-23 season. Demba Mane with 100 wins for the boys soccer, Joseph Pell with 100 wins for boys tennis, and Coach John Ziemba with 300 wins for girls volleyball. Our Fort Lee High School combined choirs and the marching band were selected to represent New Jersey in the National Memorial Day Parade at our nation's capital. They will be performing again after a 2-year absence due to COVID-19. Among those singing will be Caitlin Lee, who is the #1 soprano in Bergen County and the Region 1 choir, Gabriel Talapian, who is ranked 6th in the state of New Jersey, Joshua Kwan in the top 10 of Bergen County, and Lois Kwok, who ranked among Region 1 top 5 altos. This will be Caitlin Lee's last official performance, and she will be attending college at UCLA in September. Thank you.
Thank you very much. For those of you out there also, we remind everyone that we are in the moving up ceremony mode. We have multiple moving up ceremonies at all of our elementary schools, community schools, and middle school. But tonight we also have a wonderful presentation. We'd like to thank and recognize the certificate of presentation of the Fort Lee High School Academy of Finance. It has achieved the distinguished level status, which is the National Academy of Finance's highest level of achievement. Our academy has continued to deliver a high-quality educational experience for all of our students who participate in the academy. The NAF's annual assessment measures an academy's strength and challenges in implementing the NAF's results-driven design that prepares students for success in college and in their careers. The Fort Lee Board of Education awards a certificate of appreciation accomplishment to 3 Fort Lee High School AOF teachers, where 2 of the 3 are joining us this evening. One is Josie Messieri, the other is Bob Yares, and the third is Mr. Delafav, who is not present at the moment. These certificates are a recognition for your hard work in achieving this highest honor for the AOF program at the Fort Lee High School. Also in attendance, we'd like to recognize Mr. Peter Mertens, and I believe there are other board members who are here as well. So I think Paige is here, and I don't know if there are others. Great. So, unfortunately, my apologies. But Dave Garrow. But if you'd like to come up and speak, we'd welcome you, and I have those certificates. They are not signed by our board president, who is out sick, if you heard her voice, no offense, Paula. But we'd like to recognize you if you'd like to say a few words and maybe take a few pictures. So first I'll ask the teachers, then the advisory board. Come on, say something.
Thank you first to the Board of Education for all that you do to support the Academy of Finance. This is a year-long program, all 4 years, and it really takes a lot of effort. To my advisory board, we have some members. The advisory board members serve as mentors to our students. This is a totally volunteer position, so anything that we do, we really seek out their help, and we are very appreciative of all your efforts. Thanks to our administration, Mr. Lombardo, who's always on our side. We really appreciate you. And of course, my team, Mr. Garrison, Mr. Delafav. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Mertens, thank you for the presentation.
Oh wait, one more thing I have to add.
So
3 of the students are AOF students, so I'm very proud. I have Haley, Hannah, and Della with us, so very proud.
So we do have certificates. As I said, they have not been signed, so if you want to
Oh,
picture maybe with one of them.
Oh, okay, sure.
Picture.
Thank you.
Come on, one more. How about? Come on.
Didn't think let's get there. Good enough.
Why don't we have also the advisory board?
Board members. Board members.
Why not? Wait, let's get everybody.
I didn't think it was same thing, I didn't know.
Two.
Thank you.
I just want to thank the Board of Ed for this recognition. The Academy of Finance, in addition to being a distinguished academic program, provides paid summer internships, provides workplace experiences through job shadowing, that the Academy's Advisory Board is awarding this year over $3,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors. This will be our third year doing it. I bring congratulations from Nancy Stern, who was one of the originators of this program in the district and at the high school. She sends her congratulations. She's at another district meeting. But I also want to acknowledge the administration in addition to the 3 teachers who do amazing work. The administration has been extremely supportive of the program. That this distinguished level from the National Academy of Finance is very difficult. This is our second time with the high school receiving it, and it's due to the dedication of the 3 teachers who have been doing this for as long as I've been doing it. My son is a graduate of the program, and many of the board members, including Paula and Holly's children are graduates. It's an excellent program, and I hope we can count on your continued support moving forward. Thank you.
That's it for the superintendent's report, Ms. Rachel.
Thank you. Do we have any committee reports? I actually have one. The sick bank committee met last week and we discussed use of sick days, and it was a quick meeting, that's all. Anyone else? Do board members have questions or comments on tonight's agenda or any other topics? No. May I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion. Second.
Motion Morel, second Rubino, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstentions? Okay, we will hear first from any members of the public that are physically located at the cafetorium, and we will take questions and comments from those participating remotely. For remote public participants, please select the raise hand button. Board secretary will recognize each community member in the order of the raised hands by lowering the hand. Please unmute your microphone and state your name and home address for the record and begin your comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have any members of the public present this evening who wish to speak?
Hello, good evening. My name is Tanya Byers-King and I live at 275 Tom Hunter Road. Thank you all for all you do. And I haven't been here in a while. I've been busy, but anyway. I wanted to say thank you to the intermediate school for their hard work and everything that they've done for the students. They had an amazing field day that was so full of fun, and the children, to see them just letting loose and in an organized way, but really laughing and competing and everybody having a great day. It was phenomenal in every single way. Pomptonian did a fantastic job with the barbecue. The children felt really special. They had hamburgers, hot dogs, they got corn. It was just a really, really special day for them. It was a really great moment. Also, I heard some comments within the district that this, I think it's called the Right to School, right? The after school program is Right Place for School, whatever the name of it is. The one in the intermediate school is really good, because I've been around in the building after the school hours lately, getting ready for the end of the dances and different things, and I've had the opportunity to see the students engaging in the program. And I have to say, the students are really blessed in the intermediate school with that program. They're doing amazing crafts. The ones that want to do the crafts, they're doing crafts, they're doing learning, they're doing physical activity, they're laughing, they're having fun, they're bonding with the students. It's really, I feel very happy for them, that they have a place to have that. And I don't know what's happening at the other schools. I only know what I see with my eyes. So those are things I wanted to bring up. I also wanted to say thank you for looking into the AC, that HVAC thing, and trying to make it right. So I know it's a process, and I'm learning patience with age, but there is one point I want to bring up that's not as positive as the others, and that's the acknowledgement of the honor roll, that we have not had honor roll for 5th and 6th, and possibly now maybe I'm afraid it would go on to 7th and 8th. We have a very high-performing district in many ways, and I know that there are some students that aren't as high-performing as others. But the students that are high-performing, they work very hard. They stay up late. They study a week before they know it's the test time. They put in the time and the effort. And it's frustrating when I look at people from other districts and I see what they're doing for their honor roll, whether it be that's my 3 minutes? Okay, well, I'll just quickly say, if we could, as a district, just quickly take a look at what other districts are doing, whether it be big, whether it be small, just something as an acknowledgement. It is an encouragement for those students to keep doing. Good students, you want to keep them doing well. You want to encourage them to continue. I mean, we like to recognize when people do good things, as we just noticed, which is well-deserved. And I hope that it continues to be that way. But it's a little disheartening, like when you look at your child's report card who's in 6th grade, and it's so different from when my other child was in 6th grade. And his grades weren't even as good as mine, as my younger child. And on the bottom, there says honor roll, like, and number 1, honor roll number 2, honor roll number 3, number 4. But it doesn't say like you made it or nothing. There's no acknowledgement at all. So try to come up with some kind of plan for that to keep those kids engaged. You don't want to lose them. You don't want them to not want to do well. You want them to do the best that they can. So you'll figure it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Myers.
Are there members of the public participating remotely who wish to comment?
Yes. Ms. Kesha, you have been promoted to panelist. Please unmute your microphone and feel free to share your video. Please state your name and address for the record. You have 3 minutes. Please give us just 1 minute. Some technical difficulties. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Ms. Kesha, You've been promoted to panelist. Please unmute your microphone and feel free to share your video. Please state your name and address for the record. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, hi, good evening. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak. My name is Taya, the last name Chesia. I am at 484 Main Street, Fort Lee, New Jersey. Do you all hear me, or is there a problem? Thank you. Mr. Kravitz, I did email you something on May 19th and at 8:25 a.m. Did you get that email or not? Because I didn't get an answer from you for that. I did for the previous one, but not on this one.
Don't know if I did, I probably just would respond within the next 24 hours.
Yeah, no, that one I did not get any, but I'll wrap it up. As I mentioned at the previous one, at the Fort Lee High School, you are doing repairs on that area that the benches and the tables are. You know, I passed by there and happened to be there, spent a few hours, and I saw the nails on those benches are this big. If you could just cover the area on cones and, you know, the stripes cautioning, and just lock it up so the kids don't sit on those benches until they'll be removed from the high school near the parking lot.
We will look into those benches. I think I did respond to you on that same it was a previous email as well regarding that.
And then I didn't get it. All right. The other thing is that there are so many maintenance issues that we keep reporting inch by inch. Is anyone inspecting the grounds of the schools in Fort Lee?
If you don't mind asking all of your questions, and then I'll respond to all of them at the same time.
Okay, thank you. One request as parents, when you do these public meetings, and you have, let's say, new things coming, let's say you're doing a new ground for I don't know, from the back of the school, middle school and intermediate school, or for the high school, is there a way you guys can give us a few minutes so we can see how it's going to be the new one? We can see the designs.
Is that your last question, or?
I hope so. You know, the questions just pop in my brain. So I hope this is the last one. But yeah, is it a possibility that you guys can give us a few minutes so we can see the new designs and we can think like, oh, okay, they're having this. How about if they can add something so we can have our comments and suggestions when we see those designs for the new grounds that are going to be built? Is there a possibility you can help us so we can see them before they're going to be built?
So I'm not sure what you're referring to as far as new grounds being built. I don't know if we have anything.
Let's say if you're fixing that area that we discussed at the high school, and you're gonna bring like new benches and stuff, and we want to see how that's gonna be designed.
So I responded to you on the 18th with that email, the same way, actually, the day before, regarding the benches. Anytime that we have a building and grounds committee, you're welcome to email me. I pass along that information if you have a committee meeting that would address the issues. As far as this is the public venue to discuss any of those questions, where we would present, if, you know, most of the time, if there's construction, it is just repairs. If there's new building, any new building is usually presented to the Board of Education and presented publicly.
Oh, it is presented in where in the public meetings, or where is it presented? Where do we see them?
So is there any other questions you have? I'll answer all your questions at the end. It's easier that way for me. So we would normally, if there's construction, for example, this intermediate school was built, there was a presentation done by the architects in which that information was shared. But there are currently no plans, so when we're talking about air conditioning renovations, that is usually not presented, but anyone is available to ask what kind of air conditioning we're doing through an open request as the proper venue, which is the Open Public Records Act. You can get any of that information that's available to you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks very much. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, we have another attendee. Just give me one moment. Howard Lipoff, you've been promoted to panelist. Please unmute your microphone and feel free to share your video. Please state your name and address for the record. You have 3 minutes.
Mute, start video. Oops, I'm trying to start the video. 1 second. Oh, here I am. Nope, I turned myself off. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, in a second, you should see me. Okay, thank you very much. I'm Howard Lipoff. I live at 161 Main Street in Little Falls. I am most of the time where you are at the intermediate school. I'm a teacher at the intermediate school and treasurer of the Fort Lee Education Association. I would like to ask Dr. Kravitz about, is the district paying for air conditioning at the intermediate school? The reason I ask, I know we used to have it. There's been lots of complaints, especially today, that the rooms, many of them felt like there was no air conditioning, or I should say, none of them seemed to feel, as far as I could tell, that there was air conditioning. Some were, the complaints were they were very warm. I find that disturbing because today was not that hot. It was in the mid 70s, I believe. And I think this could be a problem continuing if the system is not working as it should, because we might get in the next few weeks weather that's quite much warmer than today. But I heard a lot of complaints from teachers, from students, that the rooms are very warm and the air conditioning, if there still is in the intermediate school, it's just not working.
Thank you, Mr. Lipoff, for that question. So as far as I have been informed, there is air conditioning at the intermediate school. The district has made a concerted effort to make sure that almost all of our buildings within the next 12 to 24 months will be completely air conditioned. As we are turning on in many of the buildings, there are some buildings that have not been commissioned, which means they go through a process with the building management system that balances the temperatures. So in some buildings, for example, that's too cold. Your question specifically to the intermediate school, there is air conditioning, whether it's balanced throughout the building. That's part of the process. We're working with the train system here. There was a component that we had that's helping us balance that, but I'm not sure. I would have to check with our buildings and grounds director. But I do know that all of the buildings except the academic wing of the middle school, which is slated for next year's budget, will have the air conditioning within the next month and a half. There was only one delay at the high school. We're waiting for the electrical panels. There's a nationwide shortage. The other buildings have the air conditioning turned on, but again, there has been a problem with balancing of the temperatures. Each individual room has their own temperature thermostat, and that has been just trying to manage that process.
Well, I would just ask Dr. Kravitz if you could have someone look into the situation on behalf of the intermediate school staff. As I say, there's been many complaints, and we would appreciate if somebody looked into this.
Absolutely, and I would always suggest with any teacher or anyone who has a concern, always go through the proper process, which would be to fill out a school dude, that you go through the buildings and grounds, which would be addressed that way, and that way we can track all of the services that would be needed for that particular.
Okay, I shall do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There are no more raised hands.
May I have a motion to close the floor to the public?
Motion.
Motion Morel, second Rubino, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstentions? Okay, moving on. For resolution 3B, we do need to amend to add some names of board members who will be attending the VCSBA hybrid meeting for celebrations and County Teachers of the Year. So for attendance virtually, we should be adding Ms. Stasu and Mr. Knight. And for attendance in person, Ms. Morel and Ms. Colback.
And Ms. Richter, just as a reminder, 12F, I am administratively pulling from the agenda 12F.
So I have a motion to approve items 1B through 3B as amended.
Motion.
Motion Rubino, second Morel, roll call please.
Mr. Knight,
Yes, but abstaining on my own name on 3B, please.
God bless.
Bless you.
Ms. Sasso,
Yes, but abstaining for my own name on 3B. Thank you.
Dr. Gopinopoulos,
I'm abstaining on 2B. And yes on 3B. Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes, and I abstain on my name in both places on 3B.
Ms. Childs absent. Mrs. Richter.
Yes, and abstain from my own name on 3B.
Mrs. Curry.
Yes, and I abstained from my name on 3B as well.
Ms. Cole. Ms. Colback.
Yes, and I abstain as to my name.
Thank you, Paul. May I have a motion to approve items 1B and G and 2B and G?
Motion.
Motion Morel,
Second.
second Rubino, roll call please.
Mrs. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Sasso.
Yes.
Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Dr. Goldenopoulos.
Yes.
Mrs. Curry.
Yes.
Ms. Colback.
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve items 1F through 11F?
Motion.
And, I'm not done, and 13F through 15F, because we have pulled 12F.
Motion.
Motion
Second.
Curry, second Morel, roll call please.
Mrs. Curry.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Sasso.
Yes.
Mrs. Richter.
Yes.
Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Dr. Goldenopoulos.
Yes.
Ms. Colback.
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve items 1P through 11P?
Motion.
Motion Morel,
Second.
second Curry, roll call please.
Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Dr. Goldenopoulos.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Sasso.
Yes.
Mrs. Curry.
Yes.
Mrs. Richter.
Yes.
Ms. Colback.
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve items 1 POL and 2 POL?
Motion.
Motion Morel,
Second.
second Curry, roll call please.
Ms. Sasso.
Yes.
Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Mrs. Curry.
Yes.
Dr. Goldenopoulos.
Yes.
Mrs. Richter.
Yes.
Mr. Rubino.
Yes.
Ms. Morel.
Yes.
Ms. Colback.
Yes.
Moving on, is there any old business?
Yes, Ms. Richter, I have something on the old business. I had mentioned at the last Board of Education meeting, the idea of opening up the field for the track at the high school. I'd like to move forward with that on a trial period. Just a reminder to everyone out there who's listening, that the school will be open, the track will be open, provided that there is no school in session. Students have the first priority, so if the students are using it. We also will be placing garbage cans and signs. Please utilize the garbage cans. We'd rather not have to close it again, making sure that everything remains clean. And, respecting our facilities is the most important thing we do. We teach our children that on a daily basis in class, so we hope that all the adults would be using that the same way. But I look forward to working with the community in this endeavor as we open our track to them. So as of tomorrow, that will be the possibility. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there any new business?
I do have one other thing for new business, actually, just a reminder that the Board of Education is asked if they'd like to participate with the traditional VFW Memorial Day Parade. I have the instructions, I'll be sending it out tomorrow. So if board members would like to participate, as well as the placing of the wreaths, have all the instructions for that. And I do hope everyone does participate, and I thank you all for participating. Even if you're not with the VFW or with any other organization, always participate. It's a great time for all of the community to get together. So I will be sending out that information as well. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion Rubino, second Curry, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everyone.